Hello everyone. Time seems to fly very fast because today is Wednesday already. And what you are looking at right now is the video lessons on your first session of the Wednesday class. And in this video lesson, you are going to study the blueprint for lesson. And now we are moving from lesson 3 to our lesson 4, which is about the therapist's advice. So in this video, you will learn who the therapist is and what are they doing. If you want to read the conversation or the text, sorry, it is not the conversation lesson, but it is the reading text. You can open your books to page 54. You will see the exact reading passage on this video. So here are the contents of what we are going to do. First, you will read some of the text about the therapist and then learn some important vocabulary from this lesson. Last but not least, you will learn the grammar point. So here is the reading passage. This is the authentic text, which is about therapist's blog. So the brief note tells you that a blog is a website that shows informal information. Again, blog cannot be reliable because it's written by everyone. Everyone can go there and write some things. They can express their opinion. Let me point out one website, which is Wikipedia. So Wikipedia is the blog, okay? Because everyone can go there and create their own article. They can write something. But the special thing about Wikipedia, they have their own editor. They need to edit the text and ask for the reference. So here is similar to the Wikipedia page, but this one is a short blog post about the therapist. So in this blog, you will learn some important concept about the therapist. So I would like you to read along while you listen to the text script. So everyone, are you ready to listen to the text script?
Track 30.
People don't usually think about their mental health, but they should. Your mind is just as important as your body. Stress and other emotional problems can be as serious as a physical illness or injury. That's why I became a school psychologist. As a therapist, my job is to listen to students' problems, academic, emotional, and social, and to counsel students on how to deal with their problems. For instance, just last month, I started to help a student with a lot of stress. Her classes are very difficult, so she was spending a lot of time in the library. She wasn't sleeping well, and she always felt tired. She was losing weight, and even her relationships with her friends were getting worse. She was fighting with her roommate every night. To help her, I asked her to visit me regularly. During our meetings, I teach her how to meditate and other ways to relax. We also talk about her problems. Now she says she has already started to sleep better.
Okay, everyone. So this is the authentic text about the therapist. So as you already know, the job of the therapist, they are usually the problem solver. So the problem solver. All right. So after you read this, as you see, there are some difficult words, some new words for you to learn. The second brief note is the note that explains you another difficult word. We have the word relationship. So relationship is how two people get along with and feel about each other. So for example, in these readings, the speaker mentioned about one student and her relationship between her roommates, right? So relationships refer to how people communicate and get along with each other. So let's move on to our vocabulary lesson. So on this page, you can see there are 8 vocabularies that you need to define. You need to put these words to the correct definitions. So to do this exercise, first of all, you need to understand the definition of these 8 new words. So let's start with the first one. This one is mentor. So mentor function as an adjective. It has 2 main meanings. So the first one is relating to the health or state of someone's mind. This word has some things to do with our psychiatrics, but it is not important for our context here. What we need to do to focus is the mind. So mentor refer to someone minds. When you have mental problem, which means you have a problem with your minds, everyone. The other one is emotional. So emotional function as an adjective is relating to our feelings. It's different from mental. Mental related to your mind, but emotions related to your feelings. You feel sad, you feel angry, you feel lonely, you feel isolated. Those are the emotional feeling, right? So again, emotional function as an adjective. As you can see in the example, she provided emotional support at a very distressing time for me. So emotional support, you inspire, you encourage people, which means emotional support. Another word which is physical. So physical. So the word physical function as an adjective. The first 2 words, that are mental and emotional, those words function as an adjective as well. But those words you cannot see by your eye because they are about mind and feeling. But this one, physical, it is not mind. It's related to your body. So physical is related to someone's body rather than their mind or emotions. When you have a physical problem, which means you hurt your body, this dictionary suggests you to compare the word mental and emotional with the word physical. So she works in constant physical pains. The physical and emotional need for young adults. So these are the examples. Okay, this word is the title of our lesson, which is therapist. So therapist refer to someone who has been trained to give a particular form of treatments for physical or mental illness. Again, she is not a doctor who are looking for a patient with a serious injury or disease, but mostly the therapist looking at the mental illness and physical illness only. These other word, which is counsel. The word counsel refer to the actions to advise someone. So this girl is counseling the other women. So counsel means to give advice to someone. Or you can see another structure which means counsel somebody to do something. The meaning here is to advise somebody to do some things. This word is meditate. As you can see, there are 3 syllables, meditate. So meditate function as verb. The meaning of this word is to think seriously and deeply about something, which means you need to deeply focus on your mind. Or the other word, which means to spend time sitting in a silent, calm state in order to relax completely or for religious purposes. Actually, meditation is the mind exercise when your mind cannot be still. You think of these, you think of those, but doing meditation can calm your mind. You don't need to think of anything. Just sit and listen to your breaths. Okay. From all the word and the definition I show all of you, I took from this dictionary, which called Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English. This one is a good e-dictionary you can install on your computer PC. Why I say this is a good? If you look at the function here, you get the dictionary, you get the grammar section, you get exercise, you get vocabulary trainers. These are very useful for your learnings. And again, all the dictionary has one special feature if you use the dictionaries. Because, for example, here, during the process of my lesson planning, I try to find the word meditate to give the definitions for all of you. But instead of just seeing the word meditate, I encounter other new words. So meditate function as a verb, but this dictionary show up another different word, a different function of the word meditate. I can see the word meditation function as a noun, or meditative, which function as an adjective, or meditatively, which function as an adverb. When you check the dictionary, you will improve and build up your vocabulary by seeing another functions of the words. So I strongly suggest you to have this type of dictionary on your computer or on your smartphones. Okay, so after the vocabulary lesson, now let's move on to our last lesson, which is about the grammar lesson. So for the grammar lesson, in this video, you will learn the basic concept of past continuous tense. Again, I don't think this is the complicated lesson for you because you have already learned the future continuous, and in that video I remember showing you the differences between past continuous, present continuous, and future continuous. Also future perfect continuous as well. So if you look at the example here, which is well represents the form of the past continuous. So the first one is the positive form. She was spending a lot of time in the libraries. So were spending is the positive form of the past continuous. And if you want to make a negative sentence, you need to add a not. So he wasn't sleeping well last week. Last but not least is the question form. Were you studying for exam? Okay, so the form of the past continuous is very easy. It's the past form of the be verb plus verb ing. So the past form of the be verb, we have am, is, are, which is the present form, and in the past form, which is was for the singular noun and were for the plural nouns. And why do we use past continuous? Okay, so I give you three usage to easily remember them. So the first one, we talk about past action that last for a while. So those past action happens in the past for a particular period of time. And the other one, a past action that was going on at a specific time. So the first and the second usage similarly the same, but the last one, interrupted action in the past. Mostly they use it with when close. Here the example here. So if you compare these two situations, the first in this box they use the past continuous, and this one they use past simple with when close, which is time close, right? So here we were walking home when I met Dan. So there are two actions. walking home, and met dance. So this action, walking, is in the middle of walking home. You were walking, you are in the middle of walking, and then you met dance. Another example, Kate was watching TV when we arrived. The action is that Kate is in the middle of her watching TV. She's watching TV before we arrive, and she still watching TV when we arrive. And then we arrived to interrupt her actions because she was in the middle of watching TV, and then you arrive. If we look at the past simple, which is the complete action. So we walk home after the party last night, which means that when the party ended, and then we walk home. Kat watched TV a lot when she was ill last year. So Kat watched TV a lot when she was ill last year, which is the completed action. Alright everyone, so I hope you understand and distinguish between the usage of the past continuous. So now it's time to end our first session right here. Please enjoy your short breaks, and we will come back and learn some of the new lesson.